Hello possums and welcome back to another speed build. This time I'm doing a family home. I did want to actually make it a starter home, but the more I was adding to it, the more I realised the design, the shape, all that kind of just lends itself to a family home. I could have made it a starter home, but I decided not to. And this part was just absolutely bonkers for me. I could not seem to get it right no matter what I did, but I finally figured out what I needed to do, and even though it took a while, I eventually got there. Don't ask me why I wanted that part in the front, especially considering I'm not actually experienced enough to have that sort of design going on, but I decided to test myself. This is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house, or technically it's a 1.5 bath, I guess you could say. I did go with the shower tub combo for the bathroom because just in case you have cats and dogs and you have a pet that needs to be bathed, or you end up having a child or a toddler that needs a bath. It is also entirely base game as well. As I said, I came into this with the intention of making it a starter. The roofing was momentarily confusing, but I think I got the hang of this one pretty darn quick. I was also playing around with the fences just to see if there was something other than the one that I always use available. As much as I love the fence that I did use, I'm upset that it doesn't come in a solid brown. Like only the end pieces are in brown, and I don't know, it was just it was upsetting. I do love the fact that it does have matching railings for stairs though. This one is also a side entrance sort of for the house. Here I'm trying to match wood tones. I think they match close enough. My colour blindness is honestly getting worse. There are times that the outside of the house actually looks green to me, and I'm not sure if I actually did use brown. So I'm hoping I did. I'm really hoping I did. I do play around with the floor plan a little bit because I know that I need a pathway out to the back because there is a back deck. So the other bedrooms got made a little bit smaller. I did decide to give this a backyard. I didn't really do anything in it except for put out a grill, a place to sit, and some play equipment for the children. Here I actually had to take another picture and ask my friends if any of those colours were white. It turns out they were not. So I ended up going with a completely different paint for this because I know this one actually comes in white and I wanted white walls so that the rooms would actually pop with their colours, even if they are pastel colours. I didn't really decorate the inside of the house that much. There is a lot of space on the walls that are really just blank, and I do that so, one, to keep the cost down, and two, so that if anybody downloads it, they can add their own spin to it. So that way they don't have to delete everything that I put in there because I thought, oh, well, that looks good and, that makes sense for a family. They can make it their own in some way. The kitchen, living and dining is all one room. I'm not sure if I intended on doing that originally, but that's just how it ended up happening. And there you can see me changing the colour of the wood because I preferred the lighter pine look. This little office area, I was originally going to make that a bedroom, but decided with that little tower spot, an office was better. So my original plan, as I said, was to make this a starter home, and it didn't go that way. And then I thought, well, I'll try to keep it under 50,000 simoleons. That can't be too difficult to do. This is true. It's not too difficult to keep something under 50,000 simoleons. And then I thought, well, what if I make it a bit cheaper? I'll try to keep it under 45,000 simoleons. And I managed to do that according to the gallery. Not according to in-game, but according to the gallery. One of the rooms is shared again. I think it's because I grew up with this. My brothers shared a room. And so to me, that's just normal that two children will share a room. Especially if they have three children. It's only a 3-bedroom house. I had a lot of fun with this one, with the shared room, because I liked the fact that one of them was a bit more sporty and the other one was a bit more of an animal lover, even though I'm annoyed that the decals don't actually give any environment. They really, really should. So this is practically all I did for the backyard. Was just some outdoor seating and the monkey bars for the children. The landscaping, again, was my favourite part to do. I ended up pulling out a lot of the plants, and this time I took a whole heap of inspiration from the world around. I ended up going with yellow, blue and white because, well, I've got to represent my footy team. They are slightly different, placed slightly differently, because plants don't grow the same. And of course I had to have the rose bushes as well. I love roses. They are my favourite flower. I decided to go with the red grill because there's this little saying in Australia that the red one goes faster. It's typically referring to cars, with the red being the Holden and the blue being the Ford. So it's either the blue goes faster or the red goes faster. I am a Holden fan, so the red one goes faster for me. And because it is such a large veranda, there had to be more outdoor seating out the front. And I did decide to put in like a little love seat just in case people want alone time. And throwing down the terrain paint now. I do have a lot of large trees in my builds because we do have large trees over here in Australia, and we need the shade a lot as well. So I'm just throwing in the description before I upload it to the gallery. It does require move objects, but aside from that, it does require move objects for the landscaping and a couple of the outdoor lights. But aside from that, it should be good to go as is, and I've got to stop hitting this mic arm. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.